Hello, welcome back to my Book of Mormon with me, David Michael. So yeah, before we start episode 49 today, we have quite a few people to thank. That's right, I'm always excited when we get to start the show this way. So let's just get started. We have ourselves a new Real Mimo, and that would be Stephen Skinner. So Stephen, thank you so much for joining the Royal Mimo family, proving yourself to be a real Mimo, and welcome. Then thank you so much. Next up, we have the first time, actually, that someone has been promoted twice. Yeah. So we had Karen L. started out as a real Mimo, and she thought, this is good, but let's step it up a notch. So then she became Priestess Karen, and she has decided that Priestess wasn't good enough, so now we have a new bishop, and that is Karen L. Bishop Karen, thank you so much. I think it's awesome. You're just trying out all the different hats in the Mimo Royal family there, seeing which one fits best. So we'll see how Bishop does for you. And it's exciting because, I'll tell you, the bishops have been pretty dominated by men. Yeah. So I think, actually, let me see here. Yeah. We had Bishop Lucy and now Bishop Karen. So yeah, you're only the second one. So awesome. So thank you so much, Bishop Karen. You're awesome. And yeah, along with everybody else that's contributed. And you're all awesome. But Karen, Bishop Karen, she's just like, she keeps stepping up that, climbing that ladder. So we'll see how far she goes. And then lastly, we have a one-time donation from Hal Prentice. So Hal, thank you so much. Hal's been sending me lots of cool emails, and so I guess he decided he wanted to make it official. And so he sent in a donation to the show. So Hal, thank you so much for that as well. So thanks. You know I love saying thanks, and so I had plenty to say today. And so thanks to everybody, as always. All right, I think today I'm going to try and record a couple episodes. So I'm going to record the reading from today, and then probably the one for next week, because I'm actually going to be going to Skepticon next weekend, which is in Springfield, Missouri. And so yeah, I will be unable to record next weekend. Although I might try and see if I can sneak some recording in while I'm there, because I think there's going to be several other podcasters that are there. Anyway, so I'll be at Skepticon. So if anybody happens to be planning to go to Skepticon this year, certainly send me an email. Let me know. I'd love to meet some of you guys in person. So yeah, let me know if you're going. That's where I'll be. So yeah, I think I'm going to record some back-to-back. But I'm also finally, as I promised forever, I'm going to record the voicemail episode, and I'm going to be releasing that midweek. So look out for that. And then I'll also record, kind of next week's episode itself. So yeah, 49. 50 and 51 I'm planning on doing, like, within the next 24 hours, so very exciting. Okay, so we're still in Alma. We're going to jump right back into it, and, so where we left off, we had, the battle, a nice battle between Moroni, General Moroni, and his troops, and they were fighting I guess they were Nephites, but they kind of, like, turned into Lamanites, right? And then they, no, that can't be right. Hold on. No, that's right. That battle actually ended. Yeah, sorry. No, the General Moroni is actually fighting Amalickiah, if I'm saying his name right. Probably not, but nobody corrected me, so Amalickiah it is. He's a guy. They set up some priests, and the priests turned on him, and so now Amalickiah kind of got himself an army. So we don't like your judges. We want a king, but the Moroni and his troops were a little bit quicker, and they kind of chased him off, and it sounded like the Amalickiah and his troops were going to be, kind of defecting into the Lamanite territory. So I think that's where we left off, pretty sure. Close enough. We'll see. We'll start reading, see what happens. And announcement for everybody. I'm going to make everyone really excited, because I know how much everyone loves this, but I will be playing along to the drinking game today again, so yay! Right, well, matter of fact, let's just get this thing open. And also, as I promised before, seemed like the right mix is play the drinking game. Everybody likes that. But, edit out the gulping sounds, because some people, it kind of grossed them out. So we're going to do that again. I'll be playing along. So it may not seem like it, but that's because I'm just editing out all the gulps, right? So once again, just to prove I'm playing, everybody has to tolerate one gulp. So here it is. All right. Boy, that tastes good. Okay, so we're going to start now. Alma, chapter 47. Look at that. I'm already, one sip. I'm already messing up my words. Okay. All right. So chapter 47 is where we are starting in the book of Alma. So here we go. Now we will return into our record to Amalickiah and those who had fled with him into the wilderness. Oops. Maybe I forgot something, because remember I was giving a recap, and I thought that's where we left off, but it's saying that we're returning to it. Oh, yeah, didn't they go into all that, like Alma getting all preachy with his sons and prophesying and all that? Yeah, I feel like I should go back and listen to that, because I think there's something relevant happened there, but I don't even remember, and it doesn't matter. We're just going to keep going with this. So, all right, so we're back to Amalickiah, who, his army got chased away, and so they fled into the wilderness. Wonderful. For behold, he has taken those who went with him, and went up in the land of Nephi among the Lamanites. I wish the Lamanites would just change the name of that city. You know what I mean? Because calling it the land of Nephi is still confusing. All right. And did stir up the Lamanites to anger against the people of Nephi. Did they have to do that? I mean, I'm pretty sure the Lamanites just don't like the Nephites. But anyway, it took a Nephite named Amalickiah. So he goes out there. He's like, hey, I'm a Nephite. And they're like, yeah, you are. And he's like, will you join me in hating Nephites? Great. I'm not sure how he convinced them all that his people are no good. All right, insomuch that the king of the Lamanites sent a proclamation throughout all his land, among all his people, that they should gather themselves together again to go to battle against the Nephites. Man, he really got them pretty good and mad, because the king now is saying, everyone will fight. I hope they armed themselves this time. Last time it was a bit one-sided, because they went in naked to battle. If you're going into a sword fight, never go naked. That's not smart. Okay, and it came to pass, drink! Then when the proclamation had gone forth among them, they were exceedingly afraid. What? Why? I don't know. Yea, drink again! They feared to displease the king, and they also feared to go to battle against the Nephites, lest they should lose their lives. And it came to pass, drink! It's great. That they would not what? Or the more part of them would not obey the commandments of the king. Okay, here we go. All right, sounds like the average citizenry of the Lamanites here kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, so they're like, well, if we obey the king, we're going to go to battle against the Nephites and probably die, and if we don't obey the king, he might kill us. So yeah, that's a pretty rough spot. Sounds like most of them are a lot more afraid of the Nephites than they are their king, because the larger part of the Lamanites are just refusing to obey the king. This is starting out a little exciting. I like the little prelude here. Let's see what happens. Okay, and now it came to pass, my goodness, drink, that the king was wroth because of their disobedience. Therefore he gave Amalickiah the command of that part of his army which was obedient unto his commands, and commanded him that he should go forth and compel them to arms. Man, Amalickiah, he just showed up. He just showed up into this kingdom. And the king's like, and he told the king, hey, I don't like Nephites, you shouldn't either. Somehow pissed the king off so much that he just ordered all of his people to go fight, right? Some of the people won't fight, and so the king literally gave every loyal soldier he had over into the hands of Amalickiah to go force the disobedient people to fight. Wow, Amalickiah, you're one charming man. I don't know what you did on that king, but you literally just got control of this whole army. Wow, good job. Okay, now behold, this was the desire of Amalickiah, for he being a very subtle man to do evil. How on earth do they know that? Therefore he laid the plan in his heart to dethrone the king of the Lamanites. Wow, I don't know who's writing this story, but somehow they have mind-reading ability. Okay. And first of all, this guy's a Nephite, right? And the only difference he had with his other Nephite brothers is that he wanted a king and not judges. Fine. Okay. And now, let's just say that whoever's, trying to read his mind is right, and he really is trying to dethrone the king of the Lamanites. How is that evil, exactly? Aren't the Lamanites the evil tribe, and God doesn't like them? So if a Nephite went up there and successfully overthrew the king, wouldn't that be a good thing? For some reason, they're saying he's a subtle man, and he's trying to do evil. Okay. So I love, don't judge Amalickiah by his actions, right? Because his actions won't make him sound evil. Just trust us. He's evil. Great. Okay. Amalickiah's evil. Sure. And now he had got the command of those parts of the Lamanites who were in the favor of the king, and he sought to gain favor of those who were not obedient. Therefore he went forward to the place which was called Onida. Onida? Let's go with Onida. Sure. For thither had all the Lamanites fled, for they discovered the army coming, and, supposing they were coming to destroy them, therefore they fled to Onida, to the place of arms. The place of arms. I don't know what that means. Does that mean like an armory? Maybe? Alright, so, whatever. So yeah, the people that refused to go to battle ran off to this Onida place, and yeah. And so, but, sounds like Amalickiah and his army, which is like the army of the Lamanites, are chasing him, basically. Okay. And they had appointed a man to be king and a leader over them, being fixed in their minds with a determined resolution that they would not be subjected to go against the Nephites. Wow. So not only are they disobeying the king, they're straight up nominating a new king. That's great. We don't know what his name is, but anyway, so we have, these kings aren't named. I don't know what to call them now. We have the true Lamanite king, and then we have the disobedient people's king. I wish I had a better way of labeling them, but that's all we got right now. Okay. And it came to pass, drink, that they had gathered themselves together upon the top of the mount, which was called Antipas. Antipas? Antipas. I think it's Antipas. In preparation to battle. There we go. There was a battle. Now, it was not Amalickiah's intention to give them battle, according to the commandments of the king, but behold, it was his intention to gain favor with the armies of the Lamanites, that he might place himself at their head and dethrone the king and take possession of the kingdom. Again, how do they know that? Is Alma writing this book, or this story here? Is he the author? Is that why it's called Alma? If so, how on earth does he know this? A, he's not there, right? He's down in his own kingdom. B, how on earth would he know what Amalickiah's intent is, right? There's no way to know that, but somehow he does. So anyway, sounds like Amalickiah has all the troops that are obedient to the king, right? And he's just fallen upon the non-obedient troops, but he doesn't want to fight them. He's going to try and get them to come to his side. Well, how is his own army going to react to this? Because his own army is loyal to the king. This is, I don't know what his plan is, but we'll see if it works. Okay, and behold, it came to pass, drink. Wow, guys, seriously? We just finished a page, and I'm already down a beer. This might be a fun episode. Okay, all right, came to pass that he caused his army to pitch their tents in the valley which was near the Mount Antipas. Okay, and it came to pass, drink, that when it was night, he sent a secret embassy into the Mount Antipas, desiring that the leader of those who were upon the mount, whose name was Lehontai. I gotta remember they were recycling a bunch of names. We had another Lehi, and we had all these. I was just getting upset. These are coming up with new names because Lehontai and Antipas and Oneida. These are all new names, so that's at least good. But yeah, Lehontai is the leader. I guess this is the name of the king of the disobedient people. Yeah. Okay, so he sent a secret embassy in there. Okay, that he should come down to the foot of the mount, for he desired to speak with him. Okay, so Amalickiah is sending some sort of emissary to tell Lehontai, hey, come down to the mountain, I want to chat with you. Okay. And it came to pass, drink, that when Lehontai received the message, he durst not go down to the foot of the mount. And it came to pass, drink again, that Amalickiah sent again the second time, desiring him to come down. And it came to pass, man, every time he sends an emissary, we have to drink. So drink. Okay. It came to pass that Lehontai would not. And he sent again a third time. My goodness. It sounds like Moroni in the very first episode, right? He just kept coming back. He's like, do you want to meet? And he's like, no. Oh, okay. Send another emissary. Okay, what's different? Nothing. Ask him to meet again. Hey, do you want to meet? No. And it's like, okay, what do we do? Oh, I got a crazy plan. This crazy plan. Why don't we send an emissary again? Okay, what do we say? Exact same thing. You know what I mean? And then he goes back and Lehontai is like, no, still not going to come down to the mountain. Not happening. That's awesome. All right, so after 3 attempts, still failure, I think. Anyway, okay. And it came to pass, drink. And when Amalickiah found that he could not get Lehontai to come down off the mount, I don't know how he figured that out. Anyway, sorry. He went up into the mount, nearly to Lehontai's camp, and he sent forth the 4th message unto Lehontai, desiring that he would come down, and that he would bring his guards with him. Well, finally, after 3 failed attempts of doing the exact same thing, he's like, maybe we should change our strategy. So this time he got close, and he said, hey, you come down, I met you halfway, and, bring your guards with you, that's fine. All right. And it came to pass, drink. Seriously, there's a lot of drinking, but drink. When Lehontai, whatever. I might just pronounce his name differently every time, because it's just so funny sounding. Lehontai. Okay. Lehontai had come down with his guards to Amalickiah. Amalickiah desired him to come down with his army in the nighttime. Wait, what? So Lehontai came with his guards to meet Amalickiah, but Amalickiah actually wanted him to bring his whole army at night? Weird. Okay, and surround those men in their camps over whom the king had given him command. Whoa. Treachery. That he would deliver them up into Lehontai's hands if he would make him, Amalickiah, second leader over the whole army. Weird strategy. Okay, so we've got Amalickiah, who is a general over this massive army, and he is like head to head with another general, Lamanites, and he just met him and said, "Tell you what, I want to help you take my army." That's a smart plan. He's saying, "I'm going to help you take my army if you let me be like your second in command." Weird strategy, but it sounds like that's what he's doing. So, okay, this is like the most bizarre backroom deal I think I've ever heard of. But okay, we'll see what happens. And it came to pass, that Lamanites came down with his men and surrounded the men of Amalickiah. I guess Lamanites accepted the terms. Okay, so that before they awoke at the dawn of day, they were surrounded by the armies of Lamanites. There you go. Poor guys. They thought they had it. They didn't realize their leader was stabbing them in the back. Bummer. And it came to pass, that when they saw that they were surrounded, they pled with Amalickiah that he would suffer them to fall in with their brethren, that they might not be destroyed. Now this is the very thing which Amalickiah desired. Again, I don't know how anyone knows what Amalickiah desires. It sounds like the people loyal to the king, wow, we're going to die because we're surrounded. And so like, hey, Amalickiah, boss, general, hello? Yeah, can we just defect? Can we all of us defect? Right? Genius. Okay. Amalickiah's plan worked. I don't know how. It's pretty bizarre, but somehow it worked. This seems very like unlikely that this would have happened this way. Yeah, weird. Like these people were loyal to the king, right? You think they'd fight a little, but no, they're like, scared. Great soldiers. Okay, and it came to pass, that he delivered his men contrary to the commands of the king. Now this was the thing that Amalickiah desired, that he might accomplish his designs in dethroning the king. So yeah, so it sounds like it worked. He now has the entire army under his command, right? Because the army consisted of like the people that were obedient to the king, that were like willing to go into battle with the Nephites, and then also the people that refused to go to battle. So yeah, so it sounds like it's everybody. He's got them all. So I don't know. He might as well just put a crown on his head right now and say, "I'm king." You know what I mean? He's got the whole army. I don't think the actual king stands much of a chance at this point. Well, no, I guess not, because he's second in command, right? That was the deal that he made with Lamanites, that he would be second in command. So I guess he's not quite king yet. All right, here we go. Now it was the custom among the Lamanites, if their chief leader was killed, to appoint the second leader to be the chief leader. Okay, what do you want to bet? That Lamanites is about to die? Yeah, I think that's happening. Okay, and it came to pass, that Amalickiah caused that one of his servants should administer poison by degrees to Lamanites. Then he died. Didn't see that coming from a mile away, did we? Oh man, this is that was pretty obvious. Okay. Now, when Lamanites was dead, the Lamanites appointed Amalickiah to be their chief leader and their chief commander. And it came to pass, that Amalickiah marched his armies, for he had gained his desires. That was awesome. That was in parentheses. Yeah. In parentheses it says, for he had gained his desires. I love it. I just love that we can see into the inner soul of Amalickiah somehow. Yeah. But basically he got the whole army, which was his desire all along. Okay. So he marched his army to the land of Nephi, to the city of Nephi, which was the chief city. And the king came out to meet him with his guards, for he supposed that Amalickiah had fulfilled his commands, and that Amalickiah had gathered together so great an army, to go against the Nephites to battle. Oh, king's got something else coming to him. Yeah, so the king's like, hey, look, the whole army's back. Good job, Amalickiah. You compelled them to arms, which was the command. Yeah, I'm afraid Amalickiah is going to be like, actually, this is a coup. Sorry. Okay, let's see. Well, it didn't say it was a coup, but we've been told that was his desire all along, so I'm putting two and two together. But behold, as the king came out to meet him, Amalickiah caused that his servant should go forth to meet the king. Whose servants? I guess Amalickiah has servants, and they're going out to meet the king. Fair enough. And they went and bowed themselves before the king, as if to reverence him because of his greatness. Okay, so Amalickiah's servants are just bowing down like, oh, king. And it came to pass, that the king put forth his hand to raise them, as was the custom of the Lamanites, as a token of peace, which custom they had taken from the Nephites. Weird detail. So, when someone's bowing to you, you're supposed to raise your arms up in the air. That's, okay, fair enough. And it came to pass, that he had raised the first from the ground. When he had raised the first from the ground, I don't know what that means. Behold, he stabbed the king to the heart, and he fell to the earth. Okay, so I guess what it was trying to say is, when the first servant, got up from his bow, he just stabbed him in the heart. There you go, king. Way to keep your arms in the air, dummy. All right. Now the servants of the king fled, and the servants of Amalickiah raised a cry, saying, Behold, the servants of the king have stabbed him to the heart, and he has fallen, and they have fled. Behold, come and see. What? Okay, a little trickery going on here. So Amalickiah's servants just assassinated the king, but they're yelling out like, wasn't me, it was the king's servant. For no apparent reason, just killed him. That makes sense. What motive would the servants of the king have for killing him? I can't imagine. But that's who they're putting the blame on, even though the entire army saw what happened. Right? I mean, they're all there. I don't know how they're going to believe this, but I don't know. Apparently, this is maybe, I don't know. We'll see if it works. Here we go. And it came to pass, drink, that Amalickiah commanded that his army should march forth and see what had happened to the king. When they had come to the spot, they found the king lying in his gore. Amalickiah pretended to be wroth, and said, Whosoever love the king, let him go forth and pursue his servants, that they may be slain. I don't understand how they're pulling this off. Like, the whole army just saw what happened, and somehow Amalickiah is like, oh, I love the king. Didn't you love the king? It's like, okay, you just had him assassinated, so I don't understand. I guess maybe, I don't know, maybe everyone bowed, and so they didn't see what had really happened. Who knows? But this, again, this story has a lot of holes in it. We're just going to keep running with it. Whatever. It came to pass, drink. I'm going through beers like candy. They're just flying. Okay, that all they who loved the king, when they heard these words, came forth and pursued after the servants of the king. Now when the servants of the king saw an army pursuing after them, they were frightened again. Imagine that. And fled into the wilderness, and came over into the land of Zarahemla, and joined the people of Ammon. There you go. So they came down. Probably Ammon's like, have you converted to our religion? And they're probably like, well, we can. There's an army behind us, so you take us in? Yeah. And the army which pursued after them returned, having pursued after them in vain. And thus Amalickiah, by his fraud, gained the hearts of the people. This is one gullible set of people. I mean, they were there. How did they not know that he just killed the... Whatever. Okay, fair enough. And it came to pass, drink, on the morrow he entered the city Nephi with his armies, and took possession of the city. Okay. Now it came to pass, seriously, this is a lot of drinking. Drink. When she had heard the king, came to pass, that the queen, when she had heard that the king was slain, for Amalickiah had sent an embassy to the queen, informing her that the king had been slain by his servants, that he had pursued them with his army, but it was in vain, and they had made their escape. Are you kidding me? That happened like 2 verses ago. I love that. All they had to say was the queen heard that the king was slain. Done. I don't need a backstory as to like how she knew. She was the queen. Her husband's dead. She found out. But no, they have to tell you, Amalickiah sent an emissary to the king, or to the queen. Yeah, and he told her that the king had been slain by his own servants. He told her that. Yeah, and they tried to get him, but they couldn't get him. It's like, that just happened. Anyway, that was just silly. It's like sometimes the book insults your intelligence a little, right? You know, like really? Whatever. Therefore, when the queen had received this message, she sent unto Amalickiah, desiring him that he would spare the people of the city. And she also desired that he should come in unto her. I love how every time I'm playing the drinking game, this phrase comes up. I love the way they word that. It should come in unto her. I have a feeling that Amalickiah is gonna get some queen action. All right. And she also desired him that he should bring witnesses with him to testify concerning the death of the king. Ooh, I guess they like voyeurism. And it came to pass, drink, that Amalickiah took the same servant that slew the king, and all them who were with him went in unto the queen. They all went in unto the queen. She is, I'll tell you, queen likes it. Unto the place where she sat, and they all testified unto her that the king was slain by his own servants, and they said also, They have fled. Does this not testify against them? And thus they satisfied the queen concerning the death of the king. So I guess the queen was skeptical. She's like, I don't know about this. Everything makes it seem like you must have killed him. So why don't you come tell me to my face that you didn't kill him? And they're like, yeah, we didn't do it. Didn't do it. And she's like, fair enough. I'm convinced. These are the most gullible people in the world. And it came to pass, this is really getting absurd, but drink, that Amalickiah sought the favor of the queen, and took her unto him to wife. Whoa, looks like he absolutely came in unto her. And thus by his fraud, and by the assistance of his cunning servants, he obtained the kingdom. Yea. Hey, there's a yea, drink. He was acknowledged king throughout all the land, among all the people of the Lamanites, who were composed of the Lamanites and the Lemuelites. What the heck's a Lemuelite? Where did they come from? Like forever ago, it said that the descendants of Lemuel and Ishmael and Laman were all called Lamanites. Now, sounds like we got ourselves some Lemuelites. Okay. and the Ishmaelites. Again, they're not supposed to be Lamanites and Ishmaelites. They're supposed to all be Lamanites. Okay, and all the descendants of the Nephites from the reign of Nephi down to the present time. All right, so pretty much Amalickiah is now king of everyone that is not like a tried and true Nephite. He's got them all. Now these dissenters, having the same instructions and the same information of the Nephites, yea, drink, having been instructed in the same knowledge of the Lord, nevertheless it is strange to relate, not long after their dissensions, they became more hardened and more impertinent and more wild, wicked, and ferocious than the Lamanites. What? So the people that knew, like, what the Nephites believed, once they left, they became more wicked and ferocious. Oh, okay. Drinking in with the traditions of the Lamanites, giving way to indolence and all manner of lasciviousness. Hey, I think I just said that word right for the first time. Awesome. Yea, drink. Good heavens. Entirely forgetting the Lord their God. Wow. That was the end of 47. Boy, that was interesting. 47, the entire Lamanite kingdom, all of them, every bit of them, was just usurped by a Nephite defector named Amalickiah. Wow, this is a pretty important chapter, I think. All right, listen, I'm out of beer, so it's amazing. I've had 4. I got to count. I'm going to do a count before I come back, and I'll see like if what's going on with the averages. Okay, so I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Although for you it was instant, but actually I've been gone a little bit of time, probably about 20 minutes. And so, as promised, I looked up how many yeas and it came to pass we had in the chapter 47, and there were, I think, 28. It was a lot. Yeah, 28. And, yeah. So I was wrong about one thing. I actually, when I went out to get some fresh beer, I realized that, oops, I've had more than 4. I actually have had 5. So, yeah, 5 beers in like a half an hour. That's irresponsible. But hey, true to form, I gotta play along. And, my math said I should only have had about like 4 3/4 beers, but I guess I had a little bit too much of a gulp. But anyway, so that happened. All right. And then, this is kind of crazy. This is just going to come at you from left field, but I've kind of been exchanging emails with the hosts from a podcast called Mormon Stories, and I assume that most listeners will have heard of that. Apparently, it's a pretty big show, and they actually asked if I could come on tonight. So, great. I'm good and liquored up, and I guess I'm going to be on their show. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, so they actually, I actually just talked to them, and that's happening tonight in like 2 hours. Yeah. So I got to get through this episode, and then stop recording, and then apparently I'm going to be on Mormon Stories. Ugh, I should probably have rescheduled when I wasn't drinking. I think I'll be alright. I think so. But I hope there's not like absurd amounts of it came to passes in chapter 48, because I can't be like just blitz when I'm on their show, surely. Because from what I understand, there's like a lot of like real TBM kind of listeners to that show. And again, True Believing Mormon is TBM, for those who don't know. So, maybe I should be a little nervous about that. But anyway, whatever. We're going into 48, and I'm going to be recording with an episode with Mormon Stories tonight. There you go. You're the first to know. I don't know when they're going to release it, so we'll see. But that's happening. Okay, so chapter 48 of Alma, and man, I've been gone so long I forgot what happened. Oh yeah, Amalickiah just like took control of all of the Lamanites. Awesome, good for him. Okay, chapter 48, verse 1. And now it came to pass, good God, right off the bat, drinking again, that as soon as Amalickiah had obtained the kingdom, he began to inspire the hearts of the Lamanites against the people of Nephi. Now how would he do that? The reason he got them? This is weird. So the king said, let's go fight the Nephites. And they were like, no. And he's like, well, join my side so we can take this king out, because he has bad ideas. And now he's in charge, and he's like, hey, let's go kill the Nephites. This story. I've never seen so many holes in a story. Anyway, okay. My God, the next word is yea. Swear to God. Look it up. In verse 1, chapter 48, yea is the next word, so drink. He did appoint men to speak unto the Lamanites from their towers against the Nephites. Okay, so he's got town criers, I guess, just saying, Nephites suck, let's go kill them, come on, yeah. Alright, and thus he did inspire their hearts against the Nephites, insomuch that the latter end of the 19th year of the reign of the judges, wait a minute, why would the Lamanites refer to the 19th year of the reign of the judges? They don't have judges, that's like a Nephite calendar. Weird. Well, I guess Amalickiah is like a Nephite. I mean, he was born a Nephite, wasn't he? Yeah. So I guess he's still saying 19th year, the reign of the judges, and I imagine all of his subjects now are like, what the hell does that mean? Right? because they don't have judges, they have kings. All right. He having accomplished his desires thus far, yea, drink. He having been made king over the Lamanites, he sought also to reign over all the land, yea, drink again. And all the people who were in the land, the Nephites as well as the Lamanites. So Amalickiah is not done yet. He's like, you know what? I just got all these Lamanites. I'm king over them. Screw those Nephites. They chase me out. Time to take them too. I'm telling you, this guy's got ambition. All right. Therefore he had accomplished his designs, for he had hardened the hearts of the Lamanites and blinded their minds, stirring them up to anger, insomuch that he had gathered together a numerous host to go to battle against the Nephites. I love that, like, they have to keep saying that, like, this was his desire, this was his design. It's like, because just by his actions, you know, you couldn't label him a bad guy. Like, they had to, like, say, he did this thing because he was evil. You know, because, honestly, we can look to examples of other people that did this, right? So, like, he lied, right? He did. He, like, sent somebody else in to kill the king and said, oh, somebody else did it and all that. But, you know, I mean, let's think, who lied? Nephi. Nephi lied. Yeah, he did. He, like, put on the clothes of that dude he beheaded, Laban, right? He, like, tricked everybody and all that stuff. Yeah, so it's like, but they didn't say, and Nephi did that because he was evil. No, they had to, like, and Nephi did it because he was good. So it's like the actions of these people doesn't, like, dictate whether they're good or evil, and then, like, spell that out for us. You know, because, yeah, it's based on everything we've heard so far. I would have thought, honestly, we had ourselves a Nephite, who wanted a king. Fair. Doesn't make him evil. He just wants a king instead of judges, because judges suck, right? Everything we know about these judges is not good. So he went up to the Lamanite kingdom, and overthrew the king. So far, I'm thinking, hey, this is a godly man, right? And no, but they have to keep telling us he's evil, because the actions of the man don't dictate good or evil, apparently. It's just the interpretation of whoever's writing this. So, yeah. But anyway, so now this Amalickiah, he's a little power hungry, and he just wants to take them all. All right. For he was determined, because of the greatness and the number of his people, to overpower the Nephites and to bring them into bondage. Well, there you go. Not good enough to just go be their king. No, he wants to enslave them. Man, he is not happy about being chased out of town by the Nephites. He's getting his revenge. All right. And thus he did appoint chief captains of the Zoramites. The Zoramites? I forget who they are. Who are the Zoramites? I don't remember. I thought the Zoramites... No. These are the ones where the poor Zoramites are now, like, they moved to, like, they teamed up with the Ammonites or whatever. And then the bad Zoramites, I guess, the ones that, like, had that whole pillar that they prayed on or whatever, they're now Lamanites. I can't keep track of this book. There's so many different tribes. Anyway, okay. There's a captain of the Zoramites. We'll just say they're some tribe among the Lamanites. Fair enough. They being the most acquainted with the strength of the Nephites, and their places of resort, and their weakest parts of their cities, therefore he appointed them to be chief captains over his armies. It's basically like, all right, the Zoramites, they're newly defected tribe. They probably know the most about the Nephites. I'm kind of thinking that, like, no, you're Amalickiah, you're the most recent defector, so I think you should know all this stuff. But all right, Zoramites it is. They're going to run the battle, run the war, the whole war. They're in charge. All right, and it came to pass. Well, that's good. Drink. I say it's good because I'm thirsty. At the same time, I'm a bit worried about being too drunk for this whole Mormon story show. But anyway, whatever. They took their camp and moved forth towards the land of Zarahemla in the wilderness. Now it came to pass. See, I'm getting worried. But drink again. Forget it. I'm just in. If I'm drunk on the show, I'm drunk on the show. What are you going to do? I'll do my best. Okay. The while Amalickiah had thus been obtaining power by fraud and deceit. Again, they had to keep selling us. Don't forget, Amalickiah is bad. He's a bad man. Okay. Moroni, on the other hand, had been preparing the minds of the people to be faithful unto the Lord their God. This is so silly. So, all right. Yeah. Keep being reminded that Amalickiah is bad, but Moroni, so good. What a good man. What a good general. Yeah. He's just telling his people to be faithful. Yeah. Okay. Yea, drink. Good heavens. He had been strengthened by the armies of the Nephites, and erecting small forts, or places of resort, throwing up banks of earth round about to enclose his armies, and also building walls of stone to encircle them about, round about their cities, and the borders of their lands. Yea, drink again. All round about their land. So there you go. Moroni, basically, he's like ready. He's building his defenses, right? Sounds like he's got himself a little Maginot line going. Yeah. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up pre-World War II history in France, the Maginot Line. But, yeah, that didn't work out for France. Let's see if it works out for Moroni. Yeah. And in their weakest fortifications, he did place the greatest number of men, and thus he did fortify and strengthen the land which was possessed by the Nephites. All right. Thus far, Moroni, if he has one, really good skill, it's pre-battle preparation, right? So he, figured out early, I should probably put armor on my men. And now he's, building up defenses. He's pretty good. And it's the fortifications are weaker over there. I should probably fortify it with more troops. He's pretty good at the pre-battle preparation, I think. It seems that way. I mean, once he's in battle, Moroni, remember, he didn't seem to understand how to take advantage of tactical advantage. But at least in preparation for battle, he seems like the guy you want. Yeah. And Moroni would be a good battle planner, but I would probably just send a more aggressive general into battle. But, whatever. It is what it is. Moroni is head honcho of the Nephite army, so he's calling all the shots. And thus he was preparing to support their liberty, their lands, their wives, and their children, and their peace, that they might live under the Lord their God, and they might maintain that which was called by their enemies the cause of Christians. I don't know what the whole cause of Christians is, but basically, yeah, we just have to be reminded again that Moroni's the good guy. They have to keep telling us that. Yeah, because it's just constant reminder. Moroni, good guy. Amalickiah, bad guy. You guys got that? Okay. Got it. You don't have to keep telling us. Amalickiah bad, Moroni good. And Moroni was a strong and mighty man. I guess we're not done. More to tell us about Moroni. He was a man of perfect understanding. Perfect understanding of what? I love this. Okay. Yea, drink. A man that did not delight in bloodshed. A man whose soul did joy in the liberty and the freedom of his country, and his brethren from bondage and slavery. Okay, so once again, hammering the point home. I think a little bit too much. We get it. I get it. Moroni is the good guy. He doesn't want to kill people. He's a man of peace. He's just trying to live his life. Come on. Why are you being mean? Oh, poor Moroni. Such a nice guy. Why are they picking on you, Moroni? Why? You're such a nice guy. I don't understand. Anyway. Yea. Drink. More beer. A man whose heart did swell with thanksgiving to his God. They're still not done telling us that Moroni's the good guy. We get it. All right, I'm going to stop commenting on it. I have a feeling that they're just going to talk about how great Moroni is for a while, so I'm just going to read it, and it is what it is. So there you go. I'll start that verse over. A man whose heart did swell with thanksgiving to his God for the many privileges and blessings which he bestowed upon his people. A man who did labor exceedingly for the welfare and safety of his people. Yea, drink. He was a man who was firm in the faith of Christ. He had sworn an oath to defend his people, his rights in his country, and his religion, even the loss of his blood. I'm sorry. Oh, we've gone half a page just describing that Moroni, good guy. He's just really, what a stand-up guy. Now the Nephites were taught to defend themselves against their enemies, even to the shedding of blood, if it were necessary, mind you. Don't go shed some blood unnecessarily. Yeah. Especially, let's follow Nephi's example, right? Because if you find a defenseless man drunk and passed out, it's necessary to chop his head off. It's just necessary, right? Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, you like that? That was an episode 2 callback, I think. Was it that far back? I think so. No. Anyway, okay. My God, the next word is yea. So yea, drink. Picked the wrong day to play the drinking game. And they were also taught never to give offense. Yea, are you freaking kidding me? Drink. 21st century boy, I usually love you, but right now, I don't know. Okay, and never to raise a sword except it were against an enemy, except it were to preserve their lives. Okay, yeah, great. Not only is Moroni the good guy, and also, all the Nephites, good guys. Don't forget, they're the good guys. Great. Oh, God, it looks like they're just going to go on and on about how good the Nephites are. All right, powering through. And this was their faith, that by doing so God would prosper them in the land. Or in other words, if they were faithful in keeping the commandments of God, that he would prosper them in the land. Yea, drink. Warn them to flee or prepare for war according to their danger. Basically, God will tell them whether to stand and fight or to get the heck out of there because they're so faithful. And God's going to tell them what to do. All right. There's a part of me that says, I could pretend to drink. No one's here. No one would know. But I can't do that to you guys. You know what I mean? It seems it's dishonest. So I have to stay true. All right. All right, here we go. And also, that God would make it known unto them whither they should go to defend themselves against their enemies. And by doing so, the Lord would deliver them. And this was the faith of Moroni, and his heart did glory in it, not in the shedding of blood, but in doing good. I love it. They just call it right out. He's good. Really? He's really good. Okay. I believe you. Yeah, okay. He's good in preserving his people. Yea. Drink. In keeping the commandments of God. Yea. Seriously, stop. Drink. And resisting iniquity. Oh, for God's sake, the next word is yea. Give me a sec. Hold on. Yea. Drink. Verily, verily, I say unto you, if all men had been, and were, and ever would be, like unto Moroni, behold, the very powers of hell would have been shaken forever. Yea. Drink. The devil would never have power over the hearts of the children of men. Can't even count the number of drinks I had in there. I have no idea what I just read, so let me look back here. If everyone had been like Moroni, then like hell would have been just destroyed because he was just so freaking good, I guess, is what it's saying. Yeah. The devil just would have been destroyed if everybody was like Moroni, because he's that good. Seriously, this whole chapter has been Moroni is super good, and so are the Nephites. That's all this chapter's been. It's just repeating that they're the good guys. Can we move on now? All right. No, doesn't look like we're moving on. Here we go. Behold, he was a man like unto Ammon, the son of Mosiah. Yea, drink. And even the other sons of Mosiah, yea. Why? What's the purpose of that, yea? But drink. And also Ammon and his sons, for they were all men of God. Great. So Moroni is just as good as Ammon and Mosiah and all the sons. Wonderful. Now behold, Helaman and his brethren were no less serviceable unto the people than was Moroni. For they did preach the word of God, and they did baptize unto repentance all men whosoever would hearken unto their words. Okay. So Helaman's good too. Can we just say, this whole chapter could have been one verse. The Nephites are the good guys. Next chapter. Right? All right. And thus they went forth, and the people did humble themselves because of their words, insomuch that they were highly favored of the Lord. And thus they were free from wars and contentions among themselves. Yea, drink, even for the space of 4 years. Wait a minute. Like this whole battle preparation is 4 years? I don't know. I don't know what that means. So they have peace for 4 years. But I love that they're like, these people are so good. Let me just explain how good these people are. They didn't kill each other for 4 years. That's great. The country I live in, the United States, it's been quite a while since we've gone more than 4 years without going into armed conflict with each other. We did it once. I admit it. That happened. But it was quite some time ago. And I don't know if 4 years is much to celebrate. But anyway, they're like 4 years without us killing each other. Wow. Amazing. That's just huge. We are so good. They're so good. Anyway, okay. But, as I have said, in the latter end of the 19th year, yea, drink. Okay, I'm out of beer again. Hopefully that was it. Notwithstanding their peace among themselves, they were compelled reluctantly to contend with their brethren, the Lamanites. They're just like, I don't want to fight them. What are you going to do? We got to fight them. All right, hold on. The next word is yea, so I got to go get more beer. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Got a fresh beer, and so here we go. Yea, drink. And in fine, their wars never did cease for the space of many years with the Lamanites, notwithstanding their much reluctance. What? So, we're not getting any more detail? So I guess it sounds like Nephites and Lamanites are just fighting for years. And that's all we get. It's happening. They're fighting. Great. Thanks. Okay. Now they were sorry to take up arms against the Lamanites. Oh, for God's sake, stop. It's just absurd. They keep going on and on about, well, the Nephites don't want to fight, but they have no choice. Oh, poor them. Anyway, because they did not delight in the shedding of blood, yea, at least we get to drink. And this was not all. They were sorry to be the means of sending so many of their brethren out of this world into an eternal world, unprepared to meet their God. All right, there you go. Like, what's worse than killing someone is it that I'm killing him and sending him to hell. That just seems wrong. Yeah, it's pretty, I imagine. I'd give you some guilt, sending someone to hell. Nevertheless, they could not suffer to lay down their lives, that their wives and their children should be massacred by the barbarous cruelty of those who were once their brethren, yea, drink, and had descended from their church, and had left them and had gone to destroy them by joining the Lamanites. Yea, drink again. They could not count. Sorry, I said that really wrong. They could not bear. Well, where did count come from? Seriously, I've had like almost 9 beers in like less than an hour. I shouldn't be standing, let alone being able to read. This is weird. I might have a problem, but I can drink this much and keep reading, because I can barely walk, but yet I can... Alright, let me just finish this. It's literally the last verse of the episode. I gotta get through it. I'm gonna start it over, because I don't even remember what I read. Alright. They could not bear that their brethren should rejoice over the blood of the Nephites. Okay. So long as there were any who should keep the commandments of God, for the promise of the Lord was, if they should keep his commandments, they should prosper in the land. Yeah, they keep telling themselves that, right? Like, hey, God keeps saying, if we keep his commandments, then, things will be good. But I don't know. So far, the evidence kind of proves to the contrary. Yeah. Anyway, okay, that was the end. I'm only doing 2 chapters. Definitely when I'm actually playing the drinking game, I get through less. This is kind of fun. This is a decent episode. We had Amalickiah. Took over the world. That's great. Well, not the whole world. Just the Lamanites so far. But he's giving the Nephites a run for their money. Which frankly, I don't know what to make of it. Because, again, it's like, he was a Nephite. So, anyway, whatever. We'll just let that go. I actually have even better news. I'm going to blow your minds. So, while we were recording, like, I got up and, to get, obviously I paused at times to get more beer, and then the whole Mormon stories things happened. But something crazy happened. While that happened, I saw I got an email. I looked at it. Turns out, while we were recording, this only happened once before, we got another Mimo priest. Fantastic. So let me just say, thank you, Ian Tornay, the newest Mimo priest. So Priest Ian, welcome. Fantastic. That's awesome. I think Priest Ian was sitting there, and he was like, something tells me now is the moment. He is there. He's recording the show. I'm just going to throw one at him from left field. I'm babbling now. I do this. You guys know this about me. I start to babble when I'm drinking. But Priest Ian, you're awesome. I might even thank you again next episode because I feel like I'm not thanking you properly this time. But yeah, seriously, good timing. Priest Ian, awesome. Well, I'm done. I gotta be done. I might have to just lay down for the next hour before I get on this real show, because that could be dangerous for me to get on right now. But anyway, you guys are awesome. This is a fun episode. I had fun. Hopefully you did too. If you guys have never tried to play along to the drinking game, it's awesome. I just have to say. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So, you know what? Normally, if you drink alone, it's like, oh, I have a problem because I'm just sitting here drinking alone. But I actually have a reason to do it. So it makes me feel I don't have to feel guilty about drinking alone. Yeah, it's okay. I'm listening to my Book of Mormon. Of course I'm drinking. Yeah, come on. You have to. So there you go. If anyone out there needs an excuse to drink alone, this is it. Although I do have some fantasies that there's some college frat parties where they're all listening to the show and it's like, drink, But anyway, yeah, we'll see. Oh, I should stop talking about it. Okay, so thanks everybody. This was a fun one. I know I said I was going to record 2 or 3 shows tonight. I don't think that's happening, especially now that I have to go on another show. But yeah, probably tomorrow. I'll sleep this one off. Tomorrow I'll start out fresh, and we'll get the rest of that recorded. And again, if any one of you are going to Skepticon, let me know, because I would love to meet you. I know that there is somebody already. I kind of tried to spread the word on Facebook that I was going, and one person said, actually no, two people said they were going to be there. So can't wait to meet them. And if any of their mimos want to come say hi, let me know. And yeah, buy a drink. Drinks on me. That's right. Of course, I'm saying that now. I have no judgment. But anyway, okay. So thank you to everyone. And this is I have to get formal again. Yes. So thank you everyone for listening. I hope you continue to listen. And that is it for now. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. And as much as it pains me to say it, I have to say it. Goodbye. This song is licensed for use within this podcast. All song and copyright information can be found at www.mybookofmormonpodcast.com.